back, grab some shooting sticks and a few other things and get ready for the afternoon. Come right back out again.
Well, folks, we are at Ray Hubbard, and Mr. Brandon Sargent is got that big boat getting it ready to go. We are going to catch some white bass. Well, hello, my friends. It's your old buddy Luke Clayton, and it's time for a little outdoor cooking segment. We're going to do some stripers on the half shell.
Welcome to A Sportsman's Life. We're so glad you tuned in to join us for another exciting real-world outdoor adventure right here on A Sportsman's Life.
Gonna get back, grab some shooting sticks and a few other things and get ready for the afternoon. Come right back out again. Great setup right here. Water, cover, feed, everything. Not going far. All right. The trigger on this is a little bit tougher than I thought it was. I was pulling, it wouldn't go off, and then thank God I recovered and didn't jerk the trigger. Shooting one of these 240 grain XTP. I mean, that is one of the best little bullets I've ever shot. For whatever reason, it didn't make a darn bit of difference what 44 mag I've used. Whenever I've used it in the 44 mag, it shoots it extremely accurately. And the beauty of it is, too, it does absolutely fantastic thermal performance. Absolutely, as far as I'm concerned, the best round you can use on the 44 mag. I've shot everything from black bear to elk to lots of whitetail, and obviously now another hog with it just a few moments ago. Came in early, which was kind of cool. I was concerned about sitting in here in the sun and baking. Actually was working on trying to respond to a couple of different emails that we got going on right now dealing with our DSC Foundation, trying to get everything set up last minute, which is happening this week. So Brandon said, here they come, here they come, here they come. And sure enough, here she came, and she went down right back over there. I saw her just kind of circle. She should be shot right through the shoulders. I don't think the bullet stayed in. I think the bullet went all the way through. Great fun. Part of a management program we're doing up here, trying to reduce these hogs here in this, just kind of south of Wichita Falls. Hogs are a curse and a blessing. They're a curse in that they compete with deer in bad situations, and talking about when you have real dry situations. They also can be predators on fawns. That's the curse side of it. The good side of it is they're absolutely fun to hunt, and they're good to eat on top of everything else. So it's one of those curse blessing things. I think from what Mark said, he said there was a sow with about 4 or 5 pigs coming in here to this particular feeder, and unfortunately that sow's not going to be back. They're feeling the pigs will. We'll give her a few more minutes and we'll go look for her. Thank you. She should be right over here.
I didn't think it would take long.
You called it right. Thank you. Let's go see if we can find her. She was spurting blood pretty good. She went around the corner over. She didn't go far. No, it did not. It passed through. I was wondering if it had or not.
Yes, you will.
Beautiful. You're in pretty good shape.
She's been eating a lot of corn.
Well, your range conditions are out of this world out here too, as far as all the little green grasses and stuff, and then the rain that you had. And water right there. She's got plenty of water.
They are not missing any food.
No.
All.
She's she's been sucking pigs.
Yep.
If I keep my hand out of the cactus, she's actually got a little bit of back strap right there as well too. They had no idea we were there.
I've had that blind set up for, I don't know, 2 months now,
Yeah.
month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
It doesn't even bother.
No. We had the windows open and they just kind of came running in. Absolutely fantastic. Well, let's go get some pictures.
Yep. Did the trick.
I love this gun, I'll tell you. It's 44 mag. I've got one in a 454 Casull, 357 Magnum that I've got over at Luke Clayton's right now. Luke's been hunting with it, and then I got a 460 S&W as well too. So between those, there's nothing in the world you can't hunt with them. And I've shot stuff with, not with all these individual pistols, but with all those calibers. Yeah, calibers and rounds. So. And then with that little red dot sight on there. Hogs, as I've mentioned in the past, are a blessing and a curse. They're a curse in the fact that they'll compete with white-tailed deer. They'll tear up your crops, tear up your lawns. The bigger ones are even predators on fawns. But they'll compete for food, particularly in those hard times when things are really bad and there's not a whole lot of food and we're in the drought. Hogs will compete directly with white-tailed deer and a lot of other wildlife as well too. That's the curse side of it. The blessing is that we get to hunt them year-round, and they're so much fun to hunt. So very prolific. Obviously, this one came in with 5, I think, little pigs, kind of shoats almost. Those are just about to the time where they're going to be weaned. They'll be just fine. I'm sure they'll be back at that feeder here later this evening as well too. But not only are they fun to hunt, great bullet testing medium. Of course, this one was shot with a Taurus Raging Bull. I'm sorry, a Raging Hunter. The Raging Bull was the original one that they came out with many years ago that I used to shoot. This one, the 44 mag, 240 grain XTP Hornady. Absolutely fantastically accurate, absolutely fantastically great thermal performance. This one was shot right through the shoulder on the opposite side here and came out on this side. So she was running away. I could see blood coming out, so I knew that she wasn't going to go very far. But great fun. This one ought to be good to eat as well too. Sometimes the older boars, they're a little bit tough, a little bit gamey perhaps, but hogs this size and smaller, pretty darn good to eat as well too.
Brought to you by Dallas Safari Club, Conservation, Education, and Hunter Advocacy. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Taurus Firearms, maker of the Raging Hunter. Trijicon, brilliant aiming solutions.
Well, folks, we are at Ray Hubbard, and Mr. Brandon Sargent is got that big boat getting it ready to go. We are going to catch some white bass. Lead Slingers Guide Service. And we're ready to go, right, Mr. Brandon Sargent?
We're ready to rock.
Always ready to go. Folks, we're going to head out. You know, a lot of people talk about the sand bass run. The run is done, but right now these rascals are stacking up in big old numbers. And right out here at Ray Hubbard, Lead Slingers Guide Service. Let's go get them, Brandon.
Let's go get them.
Folks, the live scope is lit up. Billy, you got one on, don't you, buddy?
Look at the ball chaser. Look at the screen.
Let's go back and look at this. Okay, and no doubt, Billy's got one on right here. Get him in here and show him to us, Billy.
The proof is in the pudding.
And Brandon has hooked one.
Oh, big out.
Yeah, well, he's... Okay, folks. Now time for me to put the camera down.
That's what we come for right there.
Lead Slingers Guide Service right out here. Brandon, we've been here 30 seconds. Wow. Well, Brandon, I think 4 more and we've got 3 limits of these things. These white bass are hard fighters and good eaters, aren't they, buddy?
Yes, they are.
Tell people how to contact you.
You can contact me at my website, www.texasleadsslingers.com, or you can contact me by my phone number, 469-989-1010.
Awesome, right here at Lake Ray Hubbard. Folks, let's get on with the rest of our show. Hope you enjoyed our little fishing segment today.
A Sportsman's Life is also brought to you by Air Force Air Guns, AGM Global Vision, H3 Whitetail Solutions, Pyramid Air, Gear the Hunt, and Horizon Smokers. All right, folks, we're going to show you how to get this hook out. So what you want to do is you want to tie a loop in a piece of fishing string like so, okay? And what you're going to do is we're going to get that hook, we're going to have to go all the way around to get the string to where it's around only the hook. I'm going to go in here with my hand and I'm going to turn around, and you're going to push down on this barb right here, and I'm going to pull with this to pull it out. Pushing down on the hook, and we're pulling at the same time.
See? You got to push and pull, and you got to get that leverage on it.
I want you to take a look real close at how that was in. And you're pushing on here, and you're pulling at the same time to get that hook out. That barb is what gets you. So.
And instead of popping it through now, you only have one little hole instead of having 2.
Doing all right? Beautiful.
Dude, I've had more hooks in me than a tackle box.
Conservation Today is brought to you by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com to find or sell your farm, ranch, or recreational property.
Welcome to another Conservation Today segment. We're out here in windy, super hot West Texas. We're out here checking a border fence for a client of ours on a new ranch that he just purchased, and that got me thinking about wildlife-friendly fencing. And no, that's not something I've made up. It's a real thing. It's something that we evaluate, and it's something that you should evaluate too. You know, whether it's a border fence or a cross fence. And there's many types of fencing out there, but the one I want to talk about the most is the one that I always try to get people to be more aware of, and that's the V mesh fencing or the wire mesh fencing, and typically it'll be topped with a strand of barbed wire, and that is called the death fence, and it gets that name, and most people know why it gets that name. But when those deer try to jump over the top, that spacing between that top wire and between the top wire and the meshing, it'll grab those hooves and hang them up, and it's over from there. And that's why when we are on a piece of property, whether it's the ones we hunt on or our client's ranch, we try to come in, eliminate as many cross fences as we possibly can. You know, livestock are taken into consideration, but we try to eliminate them. And then the border fences, we like the 5-strand barbed wire, about 16, 18 inches off the ground. Those young deer and those fawns can get under it. The older deer have no problems clearing it. We don't have to worry about anything getting hung up. So I encourage you next time you're on your property to take that stuff into consideration. I'm Brandon Houston with H3 Whitetail Solutions.
Well, hello, my friends. It's your old buddy Luke Clayton, and it's time for a little outdoor cooking segment. We're going to do some stripers on the half shell. I caught these, my buddy Jeff and I caught these up at Lake Texoma with Striper Express a couple of weeks ago. And look at these. These are these are going to be some great fillets. Now, Chris Carey, who's an awesome guide up there with Striper Express, actually that's Bill's son, Chris been guiding for a long, long time. He says, Luke, when you do the stripers, instead of putting them scale on, we're going to put this side down. Go ahead and scale the stripers first. So that's what he did. So we have some really good striper fillets ready, and I'm going to show you how I prepare them. We're going to season them, and I'll bring the camera in close so you can actually see them cooking. So here we go. Well, folks, you know I do like to keep things simple when I'm cooking, so I don't think cooking fish can get a whole heck of a lot more simple than this. Basically, we're just going to salt, some garlic powder for sure, got to have that. Pretty heavy on the garlic powder, and some black pepper. So that's the way we're going to season these, pretty simple. Now, what you need to do before you start putting the fillets on the grill, I like to use a little cooking oil of some sort, and just go ahead and wipe that grill down. That way it won't stick. This is butter, melted butter with lemon here in the little cast iron pot. So, our whole goal is to get these striper fillets all seasoned up. Now, tell you what, let's do. There's the first one. Here's the skin side. Here's a trick that I learned. It's a little unconventional. I go ahead, our grill is oil so it won't stick. Instead of just putting it skin side down, first I put it on there like that and grill the fillet side. So let's go ahead and put a few more of those. Let's season them up and get those cooking. Little black pepper. Plenty of garlic, and some salt on that fillet. And let's coat it with let's put some good lemon butter on it, and let's slap it down on there. We just want to give it some grill marks on this side, folks. Oh boy, here's a beautiful fillet right here. Salt, pepper, garlic. How easy is that? Well, I'll tell you what I forgot. We've got that grill grease. Let's give it a little butter and slap that on there and let that get going. We got one more. Actually, Chris Carey did fillet 2 of these for us. 2 stripers, which equates to 4 fillets. Like I say, we could put these down scale side down and it works, but it's so much better if you give them these grill marks. It won't take long on this little grill. Pardon the hands, but after all, I am an old outdoor cook, you know? Let's get this down a little bit lower to the coals. What do you say? There we go. Now then, let's let these cook for fillet side down. Let's let them cook for about 3 more minutes, and then we'll flip them, and then we'll be able to baste the top part. Okay, my friends, we've turned them, and now we do have them actually skin side down. Let's put a little butter, lemon butter, or actually let's put a lot of lemon butter on them. A little flame on that side will be most welcome. So that's as simple as it gets out here on the campfire, folks. This meat, these are really flaky. I can tell they're almost about half done. But we'll give them about another 10 more minutes and then take a look at them. What do you say? Folks, much thanks to our friends up on Lake Texoma. Bill Carey, Striper Express, his son Chris, an absolute awesome guide. I'll tell you what, let's do. I just want this one right here. I think we're gonna give it a little field test here. They're all just pretty much done. I think it's time to squeeze a little bit of lemon. We're just going to field test this one right here. A little lemon on that. Let's flake you off a piece. I wish you could be here with me because I've already sampled some of this. Check it out, folks. What the heck, I'm gonna dip it in a little butter and consume it. That's the reason, that is the most awesome fish you can imagine. Up on the East Coast, you know, stripers, you can actually purchase it in restaurants. Awesome. Folks, I hope you enjoyed the show. That wraps it up for this week. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks to our sponsors, Gearhead Archery, Snaplock Hunting Blinds, Smokin' Tex Electric Smokers, TRHP Outdoors, and ULTRAMATIC Feeders. Make sure and tune in next week for some more real-world outdoors.